If you're in your 20s, you're probably feeling a mix of excitement and uncertainty. You're stepping into adulthood, trying to build a life of independence, chasing your dreams and making decisions that will shape your future. But one area where many people stumble, often without even realizing it, is money. Financial mistakes in your 20s might not seem like a big deal right now, but trust me, they can echo into your 30s, 40s, and beyond. So in this video, we're going to break down the top 5 money mistakes to avoid in your 20s, in a way that's simple, practical, and 100% relevant to you. Let's dive into it. One of the biggest traps that people fall into during their 20s is trying to look rich before actually becoming rich. It's that desire to keep up appearances, buying the latest phone, renting an expensive apartment, driving a car you can't afford, going out every weekend, all while your bank account is quietly begging for help. Social media doesn't make it any easier, and every scroll shows someone taking a trip, buying luxury items, or living a life that seems way ahead of where you are. But here's the truth. Most of them are faking it, or they're in debt. Living beyond your means means you're spending more than you earn. And that puts you in a cycle of financial stress. You're constantly waiting for the next paycheck, unable to save, and always anxious about unexpected expenses. The worst part? You become dependent on credit cards or loans just to maintain a lifestyle you can't afford. This is how financial insecurity begins. What's the fix? Start by tracking your spending. Understand what's coming in and what's going out. Build a realistic budget. Stick to what you can afford, even if that means skipping fancy outings or buying used instead of new. Remember, wealth is not built by looking rich. It's built by staying disciplined. Delay gratification now, and you'll thank yourself later when you're financially free while others are buried in debt. If there's one piece of financial advice every 20-year-old should memorize, it's this. Start saving and investing as early as possible. Why? Because of the power of compound interest. It's like magic, but real. Let's say you invest $100 a month starting at age 20. By the time you're 40, you could have tens of thousands of dollars without doing much more than being consistent. The problem is, most young people think they'll start saving later, when they get a better job, when they earn more, when life slows down. But here's the thing. Later rarely comes, and even if it does, you've lost the one thing you can never get back. Time. Even if you're earning minimum wage, you can start small. Save 10% of what you earn. Put it in a high-interest savings account or a low-cost index fund. Automate it. Don't wait to be rich to save. Save to become rich. You don't need to be a financial expert to start investing. There are apps and platforms today that make it super easy to begin with just a few dollars. Here's the mindset shift. Saving is paying your future self. And trust me, your future self will either be grateful or frustrated depending on what you do now. Think about it. You spent years in school learning algebra, history, and maybe how mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. But nobody taught you how to budget, use a credit card wisely, or understand taxes. That's not your fault, but it becomes your responsibility. In your 20s, if you don't take the time to understand how money works, you're walking blind into a very complex system. You might get tricked by high-interest loans, fall for scams, pay unnecessary fees, or miss out on smart opportunities to grow your wealth. Ignorance is expensive. Financial literacy isn't just about reading books with big words or watching boring lectures. It's about learning the basics, how to manage your income, understand debt, build credit, file your taxes, and plan for the future. These are life skills, not optional topics. And the good news is there are thousands of free resources, videos, blogs, podcasts, designed for beginners. Start with the basics. 1. What's a credit score and how does it affect your life? 2. How does interest work? 3. What's the difference between a savings account and an investment account? 4. How much should you spend on rent or food? Just 15 to 20 minutes a day can change your entire financial future. The more you understand money, the more control you have over your life. Don't wait until you're drowning in debt to start learning. Do it now, while the stakes are still manageable. A lot of people in their 20s don't think about credit. Some don't even know what a credit score is or why it matters. But here's the truth. Your credit score is like your financial reputation. And just like your personal reputation, once it's messed up, it takes a long time to fix. So, what is a credit score really? It's a number, usually between 300 and 850, that tells lenders how trustworthy you are when it comes to borrowing money. The higher the score, the better. A good credit score helps you do more than just get approved for credit cards. It helps you rent an apartment, buy a car, get a mortgage for a home, and sometimes even land a job. Yes, some employers check credit. The mistake is thinking that credit only matters when you need to borrow money. In reality, credit is part of your identity as an adult. And if you don't build it early, you could be stuck paying higher interest rates or getting rejected for loans when you actually need them later. So, how do you avoid this mistake? Start by getting a beginner-friendly credit card. Something with no annual fees and a low limit. Use it only for small purchases you can pay off in full each month, like gas or groceries. Never carry a balance. Set up automatic payments if possible. This will build your payment history and improve your credit score over time. Also, check your credit report once a year. In many countries, it's free to request a copy. Look for errors and make sure everything is accurate. Don't wait until you're applying for a loan to find out your credit is wrecked. If you're afraid of using credit because you've seen people fall into debt, that's smart. But avoiding credit altogether is not the solution. Learning to manage it wisely is. Think of credit like a sharp tool. Dangerous if misused, powerful if handled with skill. Let's be honest, in your 20s, planning 5 years ahead might feel impossible. You're still figuring out who you are, maybe changing jobs, moving cities, dating, exploring life. But that's exactly why you need a financial plan, because life moves fast. And without a plan, your money disappears faster. Most people in their 20s drift through life financially. They earn money, they spend it, they hope for the best. But without a plan, there's no direction. No goals, no system. That's how people end up living paycheck to paycheck, even when they start earning more later. A financial plan doesn't need to be complicated, it just needs to be intentional. Here's a simple way to start. 1. Set short-term and long-term goals. Short-term, save $1,000 emergency fund, pay off credit card debt, budget for a trip. Long-term, buy a home, invest for retirement, start a business. 2. Break your income into categories. Use a budget like 50-30-20. 50% needs, rent, food, bills. 30% wants, entertainment, eating out. 20% savings, investments. 3. Automate everything. Set up automatic transfers to your savings or investment accounts. Automate bill payments so you don't miss due dates. 4th, review monthly. What worked? Where did you overspend? What can you tweak next month? Having a plan is about control. It's not about being cheap, it's about being smart. It's about telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Imagine yourself 10 years from now. Do you want to be stable, confident, and financially free? Or stressed, stuck, and playing catch-up? That version of you will exist, based on the decisions you make today. So let's do a quick recap of the top 5 money mistakes to avoid in your 20s. 1. Living beyond your means. Don't try to impress people with a lifestyle you can't afford. Stay humble, stay focused. 2. Not saving or investing early. Time is your greatest asset. Use it. Even small amounts grow over time. 3. Not learning about money. Financial literacy is power. Learn now. Avoid pain later. 4. Ignoring your credit score. It matters more than you think. Start building it now, wisely. 5. Not having a financial plan. Without direction, your money will control you. Create a roadmap and stick to it. Listen, everyone makes mistakes. What matters is that you're here, You're learning and you're taking action. Your 20s are a time of freedom and discovery, but they're also the foundation for the rest of your life. Start building it wisely. The people who win with money aren't always the ones who earn the most. They're the ones who understand how money works and make smart decisions. Consistently, quietly, patiently. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow and reach more people like you. Also, drop a comment below. What's one money mistake you've made or avoided in your 20s? Let's help each other grow. And if you want more videos like this about saving, investing, financial freedom, and smart money habits, then make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and remember, your future is built on the choices you make today. Make them count,